Today we're here at Douthat Insurance on Broad Street in downtown Kingsport, and I'm joined by Margaret and David Douthat. And right now, on a lot of folks' minds, is Medicare. There's a hard and fast deadline coming up. Tell us all about it.
So December the 7th, that's your deadline. If you want to make changes, if you've got questions, you're not sure about anything, this is the time to be making up your mind, figuring out the details, giving us a call so that we can help you implement whatever it is or make sure your mind is at peace about the final decisions. So, there's people that just aren't quite sure. They're not sure about what they've received in the mail. They're not sure about any decisions that they're kind of looming around about. People have already started receiving cards for next year and they're not sure, does that mean that they have to stay where they are or can they still make a decision to change? And yes, the answer is yes, they can. So if they have questions, if they do want to make a change and they just haven't done that yet, then they do need to give us a call. We'll be happy to get you in. We'll be happy to come and see you. But December the 7th is the deadline at midnight to make that change for January 1.
Are you getting a lot of folks that are calling and asking those questions and making those changes?
Yes, we are. We're getting a lot of folks who are wanting to make changes, folks that have supplement policies that are thinking about making changes to Medicare Advantage plans, folks that have prescription plans that want to change that prescription plan to something else due to pricing. We have folks that just want to know, are they in the right plan? And those are questions that we can answer. Sometimes we can answer that over the phone. Sometimes they just get something in the mail and it's confusing. So those are all things that we can take care of for them. So, they just need to call.
And I know a lot of folks, David, your insurance company here, you can answer questions about insurance all day long because you're a full-service insurance entity right here in downtown Kingsport.
Correct, and that's one of the things we kind of pride ourselves on, and maybe that's our business model, is that, we don't just sell you a policy and let you walk off and then wonder, okay, how does this work, or have issues, and then end up having to call somebody else. We're here, year-round, where we're at, we're here to help you, and if you have issues, then we can help you make those calls, whether it's with the insurance company or with one of the hospitals or doctors, and help you understand what the issue is and correct those things. So we're here as a full-service agency.
I like that full-service term because a lot of times, people specialize in the insurance business, but y'all cover a wide gamut of things, don't you?
Well, our specialty is Medicare.
Right.
We don't do property and casualty,
Right.
Things like that, but we do take care of the client. I say from the beginning to the end. I mean, we're not here just to enroll you in a policy. We are here to take care of you all the way through the process. Learning about the coverage, a lot of people don't actually understand what they're enrolled in. So when someone walks in here sometimes and they actually enrolled in a policy prior to, they really don't understand what they enrolled in. And so our goal is to help you understand what you're enrolling in to the best that you can. We understand you're not going to be perfect at that. That's our job. But we want you to understand, or at least have a basic knowledge. But we also want to be here for you when you get something in the mail that doesn't make sense from the insurance company or from the provider's office. We want to be able to walk you through that process.
And that is the true term of full service. That's a true meaning. And a lot of folks are getting ready to get out of the workforce. They're going into retirement, and they're going to be asking a lot of questions. This is a great place to come and ask those questions, isn't it?
Oh yeah, we'll have some people that they know a year ahead of time they're going to retire. And they'll come in and we'll have that initial meeting. We can't really put them on a plan or anything, but we can explain things to them so it gives them a better understanding what their costs are going to be when they do retire. So December the 7th doesn't have anything to do as far as a deadline for people who may be going to retire at the end of the year, people may be going to retire in springtime, or people changing jobs, moving into this area. There's special election periods that we can use to help people that's not, that's in different situations.
And I know a lot of folks are retiring to this region, so having a full-service insurance person or people here, that's a great asset for them and their security, their peace of mind.
Exactly. And there are people who end up on disability and their Medicare starts all year long. There are reasons, just as you mentioned, moving into the area, coming off of their employer plan. There are people that are working much longer in life and don't want to take their Medicare when they turn 65. So there's lots of different reasons for people to look at the potential of what is Medicare. And Medicare open enrollment is really just for people that are already enrolled. But if they're already enrolled and they're needing to do something, now's the time to do that and to take action if they need to make those changes.
Margaret, David, thank you so much for having us out today.
Thank
Looking
you.
at that December 7th deadline, I mean, it's hard and fast, but if you've got questions, I can encourage you to contact these two right here at Douthat Insurance in Downtown Kingsport.